Owning a sports bike in Kenya is a dream come true for many. The adrenaline rush that comes with riding one cannot be compared to any other feeling. If you are a newbie looking to own your first sport bike, or you just want to know how much it will cost you to own a sport bike in Kenya, then this video is for you. In today's video, we shall get each and everything about sport bikes, right from buying one, the cost of maintenance, insurance, and many more. So make sure you watch the video to the end, so that you can be able to know how much it will cost you to own a sport bike. But before we continue with the video, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Also, if you like our videos, kindly consider following us on our social media pages where you'll get to see some of the behind-the-scenes moments. Without taking much of your time, let's get into it. When buying a motorbike, there are three main categories you should consider. The first one is entry-level. Then you have the middleweight category, and finally, the big bikes, which are the most expensive ones. The good thing with these categories is that they make it easier for you to choose a bike that suits your budget. For example, if you have a tight budget, you can go for an entry-level bike since you won't be spending much. In the entry-level category, you will find bikes such as the Yamaha R6, the Honda CBR 150R, the Kawasaki Ninja 400, and many others. If you are lucky enough, you can get some of these bikes at around $2,000, which is equivalent to around 220,000 Kenyan shillings. If you are thinking of getting the best bike at the most affordable price, then you should consider getting a second-hand bike. This is because most people who buy these bikes end up upgrading after a few months. Therefore, you will find many second-hand bikes being sold at a cheaper price. For example, a Yamaha R6 model between 2016 and 2018 goes for around $1,600, which is equivalent to around 177,000 Kenyan shillings. On the other hand, a brand new bike goes for around $3,000, which is equivalent to around 330,000 Kenyan shillings. Just like any other vehicle, you should expect to spend more when you want to buy a middleweight or a big bike. Middleweight bikes are normally above 600 cc, while big bikes are normally 1000 cc and above. As expected, the price of these bikes differs with the model you want to buy, but generally you should expect to spend more than $4,000, which is equivalent to around 440,000 Kenyan shillings. It is also important to note that most of these bikes are imported. Therefore, the price will keep fluctuating depending on the exchange rates. Now that we are clear on where you can buy a sports bike and the price, let's discuss on the cost of maintaining a sports bike in Kenya. When it comes to the cost of maintenance, you shouldn't expect to spend much, especially if you take good care of your bike. Most sport bike owners don't do their own maintenance. Instead, they take their bikes to the dealers for regular servicing. At the dealer, you should expect to spend around $200 every 5,000 kilometers, which is equivalent to around 22,000 Kenyan shillings. If you ride your bike on a daily basis, then you will be servicing your bike every 3 months. On the other hand, if you're not a daily rider, then you can go up to 6 months without servicing your bike. Note that this amount will vary depending on the type of bike you have and the kind of work done during the service. Apart from regular servicing, you should also factor in the cost of changing your bike's fluids. The engine oil and the brake fluid are the most common fluids that need to be changed regularly. Generally, you should change your bike's engine oil after every 3,000 kilometers. And if you ride on dusty conditions, you should change it even earlier. When it comes to the cost of changing the engine oil, it will depend on the type of oil you will use. There are different types of engine oil, and they come in different prices as well. You can get a liter of engine oil at around 1,500 Kenyan shillings. Therefore, you will spend around 2,500 to 3,000 Kenyan shillings to change your bike's engine oil. You can also get your engine oil and filter online at the comfort of your home. Just visit our website and place an order. We deliver countrywide. When it comes to the brake fluid, you are advised to change it after every 2 years. You can get brake fluid at around 500 Kenyan shillings per liter. Therefore, you will spend around 500 to 1,000 Kenyan shillings when changing your bike's brake fluid. There are many benefits that come with changing your bike's brake fluid. It prevents your brakes from fading, helps to reduce wear and tear, improves your bike's braking performance, and increases your safety when riding. You can also get your brake fluid online at the comfort of your home. Just visit our website and place an order. We deliver countrywide. In case you want to change your bike's air filter, you can get an air filter at around 800 Kenyan shillings. In case your bike's chain needs adjustment, you will spend around 300 to 500 shillings, depending on the type of chain you will buy. In case you want to replace your bike's chain, sprocket, or brake pads, you can get them at our online store. We have a wide variety of spare parts for different bikes. You should also budget for unforeseen expenses. These are expenses that you won't be expecting. For example, in case you are involved in an accident, you will be forced to spend some money to repair your bike. In order to avoid such expenses, you should always wear protective gear whenever you're riding and also avoid speeding. After discussing the cost of maintenance, let's now look at the cost of insuring a motorbike in Kenya. You must have heard of the saying that goes, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." The same applies to your motorbike. In case of any unforeseen circumstances, you will be glad that you had insured your bike. In Kenya, it is mandatory for every motorbike to be insured. Therefore, when buying a bike, make sure you budget for insurance. The amount you will pay for insurance cover depends on the value of your bike and the cover you want to get. Most bike owners insure their bikes for third-party only, since the premiums are low. Third-party motor insurance covers you against legal liability arising from death or injury to third parties, or damage to their property during an accident involving your vehicle. The minimum amount you are required to insure your bike is 96,000 Kenyan shillings. However, you can get an insurance cover of up to 2 million shillings, depending on what you want. Here is a summary of the minimum insurance cover required by law in Kenya. As you can see, the minimum amount you are required to insure your bike is 96,000 Kenyan shillings. You can get comprehensive insurance cover, which includes third-party motor insurance, personal accident cover, loss or damage to the insured vehicle, and other benefits. That brings us to the end of this video. If you want to know the cost of owning a car in Kenya, then make sure you check out this video here.